Today I wanted to talk about titanium. Yeah, as you can see, um, over the years there's quite a lot of stuff collecting together. Yeah, but working here on my kit box. Yeah, you can see I got plenty of these boxes where I keep my kit, and over the years, you know, there are stuff coming together, and in this case, actually titanium. Yeah. So the reason why I wanted to talk about titanium today, first of all, I had quite lots of stuff already. Yeah. And then one particular subscriber, he actually left me a comment about that he had he bought an titanium bottle, yeah, the silver end bottle, and is quite happy for it. And then he noticed rust on titanium, which I can't really recall how that, or can't really imagine how that can happen unless there is some rust already in the water pipes, yeah, like floating around, little particle, and then yeah, it's already in the water, like limescale and carbonate, yeah, and then creates a leftover fly rust surface somehow, yeah. I never had any problem with rust or any sort of coloration changes in the metal, yeah, apart of like having soot on the bottom, or maybe some limescale on it, yeah, or when it got burnt, like the titanium, yeah, turns blue or something, and but not rust as red rust, tin, metal, well, iron rust, yeah, never had that. So I can't really imagine how that could happen. Anyway, while we are on the titanium, over the years, yeah, when you think about doing hiking, you obviously, everyone comes across titanium at one point, yeah, like because it's known for being easy to maintain and lightweight and solid as who knows, yeah, compared to stainless steel pots or aluminium pots. Well, aluminium, yeah, it's lightweight, but when you rub it on it, it's creates, you know, it's not really a clean metal, and it bends very easily, scratch very easily, and that's something you don't get with titanium. Yeah. Right. I started buying my first cup. Yeah, this is a double wall cup, and bought it for a particular trip, yeah, 20 years ago. And then since then I just added 2 pots, yeah, pots are nesting together, and buying cutlery, yeah, like a knife set, fork and spoon set, yeah. So, but why won't you carry 3 of this, yeah, or maybe even more? A spoon will do, yeah. So that's about, get yourself a single spoon. In the olden days, actually, there was one spoon, yeah, and this Primus spoon. Put that. See, the one with the pointy bit, that's a single one. And the one with the roundish, this one, they come in a set with fork and knife. Yeah, this one is a really nice one, and but compared to a wooden spoon, 20 gram, 10 gram, 20 gram, 10 gram. Yeah, the only spoon that's lighter than a wooden spoon is bamboo. Bamboo spoon is lighter than cherry wood. Yeah, and I think it was about 6 or 7 grams compared to 10 of this, yeah, but this is 20. So why using titanium spoon when you can have less weight in your pack with a wooden spoon, and it only costs a fraction of the titanium spoon, yeah? So to me, it's a no-brainer. But well, over the years, yeah, stuff starting building up, yeah, like you buy 1 cup, and because they're so nice, yeah, and holding your tea or coffee quite warm, hot for up to an hour, yeah, in normal condition, yeah. Obviously freezing condition will cool faster, but you can't cook in the double wall cup, yeah. So it's basically dead weight, only for one purpose, drinking, yeah. So an alternative is a wooden cup, yeah, which weighs basically the same than this one, but combines a bowl as well, yeah, because it's not this tall but wider, and it's the same amount, but yeah. So why carrying a bowl and a cup when you can have one wooden cup only that serves both, yeah? In addition to the wooden spoon. So that's something I learned the hard way, but a costly way. Yeah, so as you can see, I got 4 of these cups. They actually, most of the stuff is made from Snow Peak, yeah, because that's Snow Peak selection was quite widely, well, it was basically almost the only one available at the time to me. So after that, there are several other companies making them, this sort of equipment, yeah. So now, 20 years later, you find a lot more titanium stuff, and a dream to me was to get a titanium kettle, yeah, for cooking my tea. Until then, I only had 2 pots, yeah, and use that one, nesting in my cooking pot, yeah, but that's replaced by that one now. Well, going a bit forward and backwards. So what we got? If you're on for traveling, my experience is leave titanium cups at home, leave titanium spoons and cutlery at home, leave the bowl at home, and while you're on it, yeah, you get this nice titanium plates, yeah, they're nice, but when you got a large enough cup, like the wooden cup, the cookie cup I got, when you can make use one of these cups, yeah, leave the titanium cup at home, leave the bowl at home, leave the plates at home. You don't need that, and because the cup and the spoon does the job, and weights basically the same as the spoon and the cup, yeah, and it's just nice to feel to it, yeah. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, I bought this stuff, and over the years, yeah, every few months, one more, because they were so nice, and now I'm using them just at home, yeah. I haven't got any ceramic mugs, so I'm using this one, and the plates, yeah, they makes use for, you know, chopping onions and whatever small bits, and just, you know, preparing food and have it, yeah, or just for a quick snack, just have a plate and put it on, yeah. And so that makes their use at home now, not on the go. So basically I turned my outdoor equipment into domestic lifestyle, yeah, by now. So the same with a large pot, yeah. A larger pot makes sense if you are around with fewer people, yeah, when you can share the weight and you need to cook a little bit on a more on a larger scale. A large pot comes in handy, but well, I'm not carrying that anymore, so that stays at home. The same for something I bought. Yep, yeah, I bought a lot, as you can see. Because I got this little nice kettle, yeah, titanium kettle, but the trouble is there is no tea sieve in it, yeah, so it's just a lid and that's it. And I couldn't find any tea sieve or filter that goes in there without dropping right in, yeah. So I had a look around. Tea eggs, yeah, you get this tea eggs with titanium. Ordered them from AliExpress in China. They in a few weeks, well, actually a week, they turned up in the post, and they were basically dead cheap, yeah. And titanium as well, yeah. But trouble is, the amount of tea that fits in there it's all right for a cup, but not for a kettle, so they're too small, yeah. It's a little bit of pity, but on the other hand, if I would carry them in the pot, yeah, it's rattling around, so it's something more to lose. So I rather keep the tea eggs at home, yeah. The same goes for a coffee filter. This is the Voyage. Anyway, I think it's something Voyage. Anyway, they got a coffee filter. Yeah, if you're a coffee drinker, this maybe is an option for you. Yeah, because they got different rings. Yeah, can put on top. So basically, you have that over a cup like that, and just pour water in it. Yeah, and that will do. And but for tea, you want tea to be soaked in a cup. So this is dropping right into the cup. So it's on a small scale, but with the ring, it fits on top. But it's not really good for tea. It's all right for coffee, but not for tea. So I'm not carrying that. That was another miss. Bought that on a miss, yeah. But it was cheap enough to try it out, and so that's how stuff collecting up, yeah. So now I'm just going without filters, maybe just a lady socks or normal cotton tea bag, yeah, tea soaking bag, and that's it. Another thing, titanium, you get titanium packs, yeah, like tent packs, and yeah, I got quite a few. You get them in as a nail or sort of an angled thing, yeah, for more softer ground, while the nails, they're more for hard ground, stony ground, yeah. And but the thing is, yeah, I had one of these ultralight nylon tents where I bought this specifically for, and but it's a whole lot. Yeah, if you got an inner tent or in a tarp and the tarp tent, you need a substantial amount of pegs, yeah, and they weigh quite a lot. I mean, it's titanium, but it's still weight, yeah. So don't underestimate the weight of titanium. It's not that lightweight as it's supposed to be. It's only lightweight because they're making things up out of very thin metal, yeah. But for a certain stability, you need proper wall thickness, and I did bend quite a few of them, yeah, just by, well, pushing them into the ground, yeah, so they bend it, and so it's a bit waste of money, and they cost, I mean, yeah, they cost money, and in the end, but for now, leaving them at home, I still keep them, yeah, but I'm going, in my pack, I'm going completely without any packs, rather cut a stick on side, yeah, and then leave it again when I'm moving on, and it's I don't have to carry it, and it's just a disposable pack. Yeah, instead of spending money on this sort of stuff, and then yeah, losing money because they get damaged. Yeah, but the more usable part of the whole lot. Yeah, as you can see, well, you may have seen this quite a while, quite often. It's my well proven traveling cooking kit, yeah, and this is the one I used quite a while, yeah, until I started like my kit again, yeah, because you don't need all of it in here, but yeah, you got the lid is a pan, a frying pan, yeah, then nesting the whole lot, the larger pot, and before I had my nice kettle, I used the second largest pot as a kettle, yeah, nicely fits in there, and altered that with a little nose on the front there, yeah, but so I'm not using that anymore because I got a nice kettle, and my hobo, yeah, this is a 700 milliliter pot, and originally I had one of this cup fitting right in there, yeah, so I had my cup, my hobo, a kettle, and a pot and a frying pan, yeah. But once I moved on with a wooden cup, yeah, I only got a hobo, a pot, a frying pan, a kettle, and my the alcohol stove, yeah, which lives in the hobo, and that's all it is, yeah. Works very well together. And so because this pot came with a lid, yeah, I don't need a second lid, yeah, and it's too small to use it as a plate. I mean, maybe as a drinking bowl for your doggy, yeah, but not for, I mean, this doesn't make sense really, yeah, so not using that. And what else we got? Keep it a bit shorter today. Bottles, yeah. I was talking about the silver ant bottle, yeah. This is a very nice bottle for very slim, yeah, slim and oval shape. It actually slotting into the pack very nicely, and it's solid, and I wouldn't worry about having it bent also. I mean, this is filled up with water now, and so it wouldn't bend anyway unless I knock it somewhere, yeah. Another thing, look at that, a roundish bottle, yeah, this is the one for tequila and whiskey and into your pocket. This is the Snow Peak as well, yeah. I bought that really cheap because it was on an outlet, and yeah, tequila is nice stuff, but I'm using that for olive oil, for cooking oil, yeah, because it's a nice roundish, well, it's a dead round bottle, yeah. I need a little bit of funnel, but well, I had that on a few trips in Sweden, yeah, and with my mate, and but I found it's dead weight, so I'm not taking this sort of stuff anymore, and I'm not really drinking. I mean, I drink sometimes nice tequila, but none of the other alcoholics. So the water bottle will do in conjunction with the Hydro Pack water bladders, yeah. While this one is taste neutral, the Hydro Pack plastic bottles are not, yeah. So if you're iffy about water taste plastic, yeah, plastic, you may rather, but having more than one bottle in the pack is a bit over the top, I think. So this is 800 milliliter. Yeah, so this is a nice quick bottle, but for carrying water, I'm still using the Hydro Pack bladders because I can stuff them just in my rucksack, and that's it. Yeah. Another option, why carrying titanium instead of steel pots and cups and yeah, all this stuff. You can get that much cheaper in made from aluminium or stainless steel. Yeah, but if you are like me, carry a compass, and you know how a compass needle is sensitive to steel. Yeah, that means to the cooking pots, the stainless steel cooking pots as well. Yeah, so the needle actually reacts, goes off, yeah, and by the magnetic, caused by the magnetic. So this doesn't happen with titanium. This can sitting right on top of it, and it doesn't affect the compass needle. Yeah, and so this is a nice benefit of having everything from a non-magnetic material like titanium and wood. Yeah, and obviously all my other stuff is all wool and wooden toggles or horn buttons. Yeah, so there's no metal really in my pack apart of the knife and the cookery. Yeah, but that's something easy to keep out of the way from the compass. Yeah, and when I pack the pack, I always make sure the compass is not near any steel. Yeah, so this is just something you may keep in mind. And yeah, what else? Yeah, something for the DIY guys of you. I was talking about titanium scrap, titanium samples. Yeah, you get these sheets, and if you find a company who actually working with titanium, give them a nice call. Yeah, you may find maybe not right on Monday morning and not on Friday afternoon, but sometimes in the middle. Yeah, after lunch, best after lunch, and then ask the secretary nicely if you could have some, if they were prepared to send you some sample. Yeah, sample sheets, any sorts, whatever. Yeah, and you are happy for paying for the postage if needed. Yeah, and just be nice. And yeah, they will eventually come along and provide you with some scrap. Yeah, in different shapes, different lengths and thickness. Yeah, maybe a larger one, and you can make things up. Yeah. In particular, I mean, that's the way how I managed to get my put that on the side, my titanium ulu made. Yeah, I made that out of a sheet like that. Yeah, and it's hard work to do, but that's something you can make out of small scrappy bits. Yeah, that's something I forgot to mention when I made the video up for the cookery, for the ulu, and but that's a perfect sample what you can do with scrap metal. Yeah, small things like that. And for the larger bit, if you look at the corners, yeah, I got some felt markers around there, and the idea was in cutting a round plate with a slightly dip in the middle, yeah, like Scandinavian or Arctic frying pan. Yeah, put it on a stone or some 3 stones, so fire underneath. Yeah, and got a shallow frying pan. Yeah, for fish and vegetables and meat and whatever you're gonna put on a fire. Yeah, and yeah, it's small enough plate that fits in the bag of the rucksack, yeah, without taking up too much weight. But it's definitely something better to handle than a particular frying pan, yeah. And but I haven't finished that project yet because I haven't got the power tools to cut that out, and I'm not quite sure how to get this dip in the middle, yeah. And it's a 1/2 millimeter titanium plate. It's not too heavy and got a good size, but yeah, that's something you can make out of scrap bits. I mean, I asked him to cut my square bit, yeah, but the rest they were basically for free, and it's how you get onto this material for doing your own little projects, yeah, like having little bits, like, you know, and it's easy enough to bend, but be careful, you can snap titanium, yeah. It's flexible, but it can snap, yeah. It's so hard sometimes it will snap. That's my experience. Well, that's it so far with on the titanium. I just wanted to give you a little bit an idea of what you can do or make of titanium. My conclusion is I got far too much, yeah, because it was collected over the time, and it's nice stuff to handle, easy to keep clean. But for on a trip, I only got my pot, the hobo, the burner, and the kettle, as well as the bottle, water bottle, and that's all the titanium I carry. The rest is made from wood, yeah, and that keeps my pack lightweight, and I can carry other more classic stuff like the woolly and yeah, the woolly stuff, yeah, and but it got other benefits as well, yeah. So not all, you don't need a lot, not this sort of collection, yeah. This is a bit over the top, I'm well aware about that, but and I would give it away to someone who would say, well, I want to, yeah, all right, have one, yeah. But for now, I'm using this stuff at home, yeah. It replaces the ceramic stuff, and I'm making use of it. It's not wasted, but for traveling, I keep the titanium on a minimum, just a pot, kettle, and hobo, yeah, bottle, and that's all I'm carrying, yeah. And it's easy to clean, yes. I'm not carrying soap for washing up soap, yeah. Only shampoo a little bit for on a campsite, yeah. But in generally, I just wash the stuff out with sand, water, just wet sand, yeah, and wash it out, and that's it, yeah. Yeah, all right. You get the black soot on a pot, but that's something you have to live with, and that's the resin from the wood, yeah, and it's tar basically. And but even so, you can rub it off with sand, wet sand, yeah, on a river bank, and clean it up, yeah, all the accessories. But it's basically a black coating after time. Funnily enough, not so on a hobo, yeah, because it's burning so hot. It's bluish, greenish, got color on it, yeah, but doesn't, well, got the soot like the teapot, yeah, but it doesn't matter really, and because when you got the teapot on top and all the flames, yeah, going up, and all the soot cooling, well, steam cooling up and cooling down, and then leave some coating on the outside. It makes the whole lot, well, as you can see, it's well used, and Yeah, I got a little bit black on the fingers, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So, what else? This is the Titanium Madness kit today. Yeah, I'm only carrying this little bit. Yeah, reduce that to the minimum. Frying pan, a pot, a hobo, a burner, alcohol burner, and a kettle. Yeah, and a wooden spoon. In combination with my bushcraft knife or whatever knife I'm carrying anyway. Yeah, and a water bottle, and that's it. All I need. And so when you start getting into your outdoor kit for titanium, or if you are in the market for titanium kit, think about what you really want to use. Yeah, you may spend a little bit on it, and but it will last you a lifetime. And yeah, it's anti-magnetic, doesn't react with any chemicals. There are probably some chemicals where you can work on the surface, yeah, but it doesn't dissolve or stuff, yeah. So yeah, that's my video on the titanium.